JI has a lot of trainings that we offer that are really targeted around mental wellness. We want to make sure that we are taking care of people and helping them live the best lives that they can. Part of that is it's really important that we are trauma informed, and when we think about trauma informed, we want to consider not just the impact of trauma on someone psychologically, but how it affects them across multiple domains. And so we want to make sure that when we are doing trauma informed work, we understand how trauma impacts people and how we can respond in ways that are affirming and nurturing so that people can live their best lives. Self-care is really important. We know that self-care is not going to fix all of the systemic forms of oppression that exist in the world, but it is really important that as we are providing care for others, we are also providing care for ourselves. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And so our self-care trainings really look at all of the ways that we can be impacted by the work that we do, by the lives that we lead, and how we can take concrete steps to improve our quality of life and address those issues so that they don't lead to bigger problems. When we think about cultural responsiveness, it's really important for us to consider all of the ways that culture impacts people. And I think particularly when we're thinking about the school system, we want to be clear, culture is more than race and ethnicity, right? There are a lot of things that go into culture. And so we want to be really clear, are we making sure that we're meeting the needs of everyone in that school system? How are we relating to people who share a cultural background as well as people who are from different cultural backgrounds? And so we want to be really clear, are we making sure that we're meeting the needs of everyone in that school system? The goal is really to have a shared language and understanding while we are coming from these potentially very different perspectives. With suicide prevention, I think it's really important that we understand that suicide is one of the leading causes of death for young people. And so what are we doing and how are we making sure that we're aware of those risk factors, we're aware of the warning signs, and we know how we should respond if someone is displaying those warning signs?
Building Communities of Care is a trauma-informed training curriculum that can be used with a variety of different individuals who have experienced trauma. We really look at each individual as their own person and what are some best ways and approaches to work with that individual based on their experiences, their histories, and their upbringings they have as well. We want to insert interventions that can be effective and helpful based on each individual that we have. So the Building Communities of Care training is going to provide an overview and a menu of many different options that can be utilized for things such as engagement, de-escalation, opportunities to build skills, and really how to use an environment to help an individual feel safe and comfortable in the setting that they're in. Previously, the students who may not have attended class due to unexcused absences, lack of participation, or just overall defiance. Since teachers have been trained in this model, our partner sites have seen a lot of success with children being engaged back in the classroom.
The feedback we've received from our schools has been really positive. Schools are very grateful for the work that we do and coming in and really trying to be in partnership with them, helping them to understand how they can continue to make these improvements and create an environment that feels welcoming and inclusive for everyone. Getting that extra lens, I think, has been really helpful for a lot of schools, and we've gotten great results.